Welcome to Dani Cee's Love Life Lessons. Your presence is a blessing, so enjoy the session. Thank y'all for tuning in. You know, we're a little late today. Had a couple of technical difficulties, but I wasn't going to leave y'all hanging. We got some good info for you today. So without further ado, let me introduce you to our guest today, which is Shante, representing the Perfect Yoni.
Hey. Thank you for having me today.
You are very welcome. So introduce yourself. Let them know. I said Shante from the Perfect Yoni, but you let them know, a little bit about yourself and the Perfect Yoni. What is the Perfect Yoni?
So the Perfect Yoni is exactly what it is. Everything that my company has makes the Yoni perfect.
Okay. And for those that don't know, the Yoni is that thing in between your legs. You know what I'm saying? Not the men, for the women.
So the Yoni basically is a sacred word for vagina. It's a Sanskrit word. It just means sacred space, basically. So the Yoni is a sacred place. It's a sweeter, cuter, classier way to say vagina.
Yeah, vajayjay, poo nanny, pussy. So instead of that, we came with this Yanni, which, yes, your kids could say. So that's kid friendly too. You can say Yanni.
It's the center of the womb. So,
Okay. And definitely that's important to all us ladies, about having the perfect Yanni. I know all y'all think y'all got the perfect Yanni. Ask my husband, I got the perfect Yanni. But anywho, so the Perfect Yoni is your company, your business. Tell me how and when you got started.
So I started Yoni steaming actually 7 years ago. I had a feminine issue where I had a cycle, a very, very prolonged cycle, like a 368-day type cycle.
That is crazy. Can you imagine bleeding for that long?
And just the stress and anxiety of going through the situation, going back and forth to the doctor, they not really being able to assist me the way I needed to be assisted so that the situation wouldn't prolong any longer. I just started researching like natural herbs. I started like drinking teas like that raspberry tea, chamomile tea. I started mixing my teas and just trying different things, juicing, exercising, just changing my diet to see, what the cause of the prolonged cycle could have been. And I start seeing changes in my body.
Now, before you go any deeper, we talked about Yanni and then you threw in Yanni steaming. Explain to the people what Yanni steaming is, what that actually is.
So, no. So that's why I started drinking the tea. So then I started steaming with the herbs that I was drinking in the tea.
But when you say steam, explain to the people.
So a Yanni steam basically is also like womb healing. It's an ancient practice where basically you gather several different herbs together and you put them in like a steam pot with water, of course, and you boil it and it comes to a steam and you sit over it and you cover yourself, your vagina, everything, your lady parts, and your all your pores in your entire reproductive system opens up. So all the pores in your ovaries, your uterus, your cervix, everything opens up and it begins to detox and you receive the herbs as you sit over them.
Okay.
And so just depending on you as a woman, some women need it for cleansing. Some women suffer from PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian cyst. Some women suffer from endometriosis. Some women suffer from infertility. Some women suffer from chronic bacterial vaginosis and yeast infections, UTI. Some women suffer from heavy menstrual cramps, irregular periods. So it's just a lot of different elements that women have that steaming is good for, that assists with and it helps with naturally, opposed to birth controls or taking some sort of medication or prescribed to you.
Right. Okay. So, and I'm sure you said herbs. So there's different herbs that you can use that target different issues. Am I right?
Correct.
Okay. So when you say like fertility, because that's something that I struggle with, what type of herbs do you use to target those type of issues?
So, basically like fertility herbs. So like a maca root, a mugwort,
Okay.
a yarrow, a calendula, chamomile, just for relaxation. Um, it's like several different over like 150 herbal blends basically, but just depending on how often you steam,
Hmm.
because some herbs can only be absorbed once a month or twice a month. It just depends. You don't want to never um over steam or over cleanse or overdo it basically.
Right. And when you say overdo it, so what do you recommend is a good amount
You
of
have to keep
times
the
to steam?
balance. So I tell women to do it twice a month, before and after your cycle. Just for a normal cleanse. If you're trying to get pregnant, I say do it once a week,
Mhm.
because you want all the pores in your entire reproductive system to be open. That way, you're more susceptible to getting pregnant.
And it's funny you brought up like BV and different things. And I know that there's so many things on the shelf, right, that we can just go and buy. You have your can't think of what is it, Vagisil, and you got your all these things that are over. And I'm reading and been kind of interested in saying how some people are saying like don't use those over the counter products. They don't really fix the issue. That's why you keep coming back and back and you're having the same BV. Even when you go to the doctor, they give you whatever ABC antibiotic, but for some reason you're coming back and coming back. So what have you seen the benefits of herbs opposed to using that, or have you run into that same thing? Because I'm sure everybody's tried to, you know, stick replans in there and throw all this different stuff that you see on the shelf in there to try to make it smell good and do all this stuff. And you really are, from what I'm learning, is really counterproductive to really cleansing the vagina, because it's just a bunch of chemicals and stuff they put together. So give us a little insight on that.
So basically, a lot of soaps, especially over the counter soaps, are made with sulfate and parabens. And things like that can cause you to have ovarian cancer and cervical cancer. So you have to watch the products and know what the chemicals that are in the products cause.
Right.
And if you do your research, and you read and you see a lot of foreign chemicals and products cause you to have like reproductive issues. It causes you to have like hormonal imbalances. It throws off your pH balance. A lot of those products have like artificial perfumes, and the perfumes alone can cause you to have like a bacterial infection.
Right. Irritation.
It can cause irritation. It can cause yeast. So I recommend just natural, like plants. Herbs are plants.
Right.
And like vegetables, you know
Right.
what I mean? It's like you can never have too many vegetables.
Correct.
You can never overdose on vegetables. You can't go wrong with that. If anything, you'll see a difference in your health. You'll see a difference in your skin. You'll get clear, like drinking water. You know what I mean? Your body is a garden. So when you put more herbs in your plants, of course, you grow better.
Right.
You see better leaves, shinier, leaves on the plant in a sense. So you have to look at your body like that. So if you use like my soap, for instance, it's a shea butter base.
Okay.
So shea butter, just like your skin, it moisturizes your skin. So if you wash your vagina with it, the top of your vagina, the skin, is going to be moisturized. A lot of times you use soap and you notice it dries your skin out.
Right. I learned a long time ago you shouldn't be putting soap down there. Really, you should be cleaning it.
You want to cleanse yourself though.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So a lot of times the doctors say,
don't use water. Right.
Because they know the over-the-counter soaps don't work. They know that the over-the-counter soaps cause yeast infections and irritation and things like that. So they don't really know what to tell you. So they tell you to just use water. No, just use natural herbs.
Okay.
Just use natural products, things that are natural.
I was getting ready to lead into your products. So you mentioned your soap. So you hand make these soaps, or?
Yeah, they're handmade.
Okay.
So like I said, just and being a Yoni steam practitioner, you're like an herbalist.
Okay.
I got certified. So when you get certified, it's like you learn about thousands, hundreds of thousands of herbs.
And see, I heard about this. I never realized that it was something that you can get certified for. So tell us about that process. You go through courses, you just
so you go through a 16-week course online first, and because you have to get the history and the background.
Correct.
So you can know, like, yoni steaming is something that our ancestors used. It's a practice from indigenous countries. A lot of people in Africa, a lot of people in Belize, a lot of people in Jamaica. This is something that they've been using for thousands of years before they had traditional medicine. In Belize, they would get like leaves and steam and hot water after you have a baby and have you stand over it and let all your afterbirth come out. It's just a natural healing tradition that a lot of indigenous cultures use. So yoni steaming is something that's just brought back.
Yeah, you brought up pH balance. So you ladies, I've read a lot, I ain't in your business. I've been having the same partner for 18 years, but anybody that is anybody that has had multiple partners, I ain't judging you single. And a lot of people, I've heard I'm allergic to latex. I don't like using condoms and all that stuff. Just be mindful that the sperm can definitely throw off your pH. I read that, right? You're wondering why you continually having issues and you doing everything you're supposed to, but you sleeping with this person that their inside may not be what it needs to be.
And so, to be honest, so anyone, it doesn't matter if you have multiple partners, one partner, a woman's natural pH balance is anywhere from 3.5 to like 4.7. A man's pH balance off tops is 7.8. So anytime you have unprotected sex and a man is coming in you over time, it's going to throw your pH balance off, no matter if you have one partner, no matter if you have 10 partners. That's the thing. It depends on your diet. It depends on the man's diet. It doesn't all depend on just if he's cheating on you, if he's having unprotected sex. That's why I say you have to educate yourself, because people feel that their partner is cheating on them because they continuously get bacterial vaginosis. No, baby, he don't drink no water.
You better drink some water, okay?
You don't cook, so he's eating fast food constantly.
That was my next thing, because even though we do yoni steaming and stuff, what I've learned over the years, you also have to change your diet. I've researched over years different teas and different, I follow a lot of holistic people, and even Dr. Sebi, you try to follow his list. He has a list of how you should be eating when you buy those herbs and things, because me just thinking I'm gonna be able to eat fried chicken every day and take his Pharaoh capsules or his whatever capsules is not gonna change anything within my body. And that's when I started drinking more water, not eating a lot of fried foods, eating a lot of salmon, making sure my omega-3s is up and things like that nature. So it's definitely important what you put inside your body as well.
Like probiotics, cranberry pills, things like that you can do outside of a healthy diet. Exercise plays a big role in your vagina, your pH balance. So it's just important to, just make sure your overall health and well-being is taken care of, not just your vaginal, because your gut health is also important as well as your vaginal health. Your stomach, people always forget, your vagina and your stomach is the same organ. That's why when you get pregnant in your stomach, it comes out of your vagina. They just have two different names. So what you put inside your stomach is going to come out of your vagina.
That's true.
You're constantly putting crap inside your stomach. What do you think your vagina is going to smell like?
Right.
If you know,
that's what it's going to smell like. Womp, womp, womp. Yeah, baby. So you mentioned your products. One of the products we got to, I want to get back on it. You were talking about your soap. We got the soap that's good for the yoni.
Because everyone always wants to know, what can they use to wash their vagina up? They're not satisfied with just use water and a towel. That's not enough. They want a soap. They want to see something set up.
Right.
So my soap, it has a very, very good soap base. It suds up very, very well. And the herbs is like chamomile, calendula, lavender, and red rosebuds. As far as herbs, just some herbs. This is like a cleansing blend that I use when I give a yoni steam. So I just feel like the same herbs that you steam with is something that you might want to wash up constantly to help just keep your pH balanced and trap, help keep you moisturized, help keeping you moist and ready.
Right. So speaking of moist, I see you have a couple of other products on here. What is this that we have?
This is the Yoni tightening capsule. This is everything right here.
I can attest to it. It is a very great product. Just be ready. That's all I can say. And make sure he is too. Shit. Because he might come a little fast on this one.
This is the one right here. It's just gonna make you tighter. It's just gonna make you wetter. Everyone's like, "Oh, I'm already tight." Well, you could be tighter. You was a different tight at 15 that you are at 30.
Right.
And this can assist with that. Basically, this is like restores your virginity. It restores your walls. It stores the warmth and just the love of the womb, and that's very, very important. Sometimes you just want to make sex fun. You know what I mean? You don't have to have odor issues. Just cleansing yourself a certain way and using certain products, it just might turn up the situation. Like she said, she's been with the same partner for 18 years. So sometimes you want to come with a whole new yoni on them. You know what I mean?
Right.
You guys been, doing the same thing for a long time.
Oh, we ain't doing the same thing. That's another story, though. Hey, don't get it twisted. That's why I'm here for 18 years. I'll keep it freaky.
But you know,
fresh.
As far as the same person goes.
Yeah. Yes. So with the Yoni tightening capsule, when do you recommend using it and taking it and then having sex? How does it work?
So you insert it in your vagina up to 7 centimeters at least 2 hours before you have sex so that it could dissolve into your walls. It naturally just melts. It turns into oil, basically.
Okay.
And so you'll notice off top immediately you'll get a warm sensation and you'll notice that you're much more lubricated.
It's a little tingly. Don't trip, girl. That don't mean
that's the herbs just tightening the walls up.
Yes, it's you can like literally feel it.
Yes, you can feel the walls contracting.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah. So we have that, and what else do we have?
So we have a detox pearl. So the detox pearls are amazing because every month we just get a cycle as women. Like I said, we have unprotected sex, we have children's, and we just have like a lot of cells and a lot of buildup on our walls, on the cell membrane of our, vagina. And it's good to detox it.
Right.
Sometimes women have like a little scent when they're on their cycle. You could tell they're on their cycle a little bit, or sometimes women have like a little scent when they have sex. And it doesn't necessarily mean, you have a smelly vagina. It just, it's the natural gland of the vagina can be detoxed so that it doesn't smell like anything. Maybe a little herbal, but always just like fresh and clean.
Right. So the detox pearls, explain how, because I'm going to tell you, when I first saw them and found out about those, and it's been a few years ago, I was like, so I'm supposed to keep these in here? Like, I'm a chick that don't even, I'm old school. I don't really like tampons, unless I just have to get in the water and I want to be cute, and I still don't want the sharks to come eat me. So I really don't fuck around. But if I have to, that's the only time you'll really catch me using a tampon. So it just gives me like, when I was like, wait, this is just weird for
because you have to drink a gallon of water
a day
for 9 days straight.
Yeah.
Basically, because with the herbs being right on your cervix and you constantly drinking water, it's pulling all the toxins out.
Yes, it's so better with alkaline water too.
When you pull them out, you can see the toxins and the yeast and the bacteria and all the dead tissue scales, the cum that's on your walls. You can see it all come out, and it makes it fresher. And a lot of people say, I had a client that said she used the pearls and she would put them in at night, and then she would take them out in the morning, and then at night she would put them back in. And I'm just thinking, like, baby, you're giving yourself a yeast infection.
So you're not supposed to do that.
That's not how you use them.
Yeah, you leave them in for 3 days. You take them out that third day and make sure you're drinking plenty of water. I can attest
if you wear up to 3. If you put 1 in, you can wear it for 24 hours. If you put 2 in, you can wear them for 48 hours. It's still going to be a difference.
Oh, I didn't even realize putting in 1.
If you just need a full detox, I tell women they put 3 in if they have like chronic bacterial infections or chronic yeast infections, and they just feel like they can't get rid of it. The detox pearl helps to extract the bad bacteria and evenly balance out the good and the bad bacteria, so you don't have that issue.
Okay, because I remember I had a few fibroids, and I was trying to like naturally shrink them and do them on my own. So I was drinking a lot of water. I tried these, and I'm almost positive I pulled out one of my fibroids. Like I popped one. I felt it. I saw it.
Anything that isn't supposed to be on the wound, it's going to extract.
Yeah, and see
it's
that
gonna
it
pull out
scared me at
naturally.
first, but then I was like, wait a minute, and it could be gross, ladies, but you look. I mean, I don't know about you. I'm more if you can't be comfortable with your own body, then I don't know how you having somebody else mess around down there. But me, I'm comfortable with my body, so I want to look and see what's coming out. So don't feel grossed out. Put it in a napkin and look, and you can actually see the things that's coming out, and that's what scared me. I was like, what is this big red glob coming out of me? But I realized it was the fact that I had been drinking the water, I had been doing the herbs, I had changed my diet, my lifestyle, and it worked. It helped pull one of them out for me. So it definitely is a good thing. We got another product up here though too. This is my favorite.
Yes. So this is my yoni oil. I call this the everything oil.
Yes.
Because you could use it literally for everything. You can use it as a lubricant. It won't do anything. It won't cause you to have a yeast infection. It won't give you any irritation. If you have any irritation, it's going to soothe your irritation. Some women are hot pants. You might have a yeast infection, a bacterial infection, and still be intimate. Use this.
Hot pants? That's what you call it?
I call it hot pants.
I've done a goddamn mess. Take care of your shit before you be passing around all that curd, girl.
But I mean, you know, or some like, you know, sometimes not even a hot pants, but sometimes you're pregnant and you could get recurrent yeast infections while you're pregnant. A lot of pregnant women get yeast infections, and you still might be intimate with your husband. You can't take any antibiotics or do anything. So this is a natural remedy. Put it in your bathtub, and it's gonna clear up the signs of the yeast infection.
That's nothing. You can put it in your bathtub. Also, razor bumps. Some people get razor bumps sometime if you still shave. Because I'm gonna just keep
ingrown hairs and razor bumps, and it soothes them. It's a 48-hour process. If you have ingrown hair, it'll get rid of it within 2 days completely. It beautifies the skin. It's oil. It's all kind of good oils that are rich for the skin. So naturally, I use it every day.
I do too.
And I'm a waxer. So because I wax, you know, this is my oil. I exfoliate. I use my oil, and it just beautifies the skin. I take good care
I got that
skin.
big old wolf pussy, so I don't wax. I don't. My shit look like a gorilla under here. No, I'm just fucking with you. But yeah, because you know I haven't been waxed. I'll be curious about it, but
it's everything. It's amazing. A yoni steam.
I don't know. I have a husband. The idea of
the soap and a capsule. She gonna be 15 again.
The idea of another person down there, I think, kind of gives me and my husband pause. So one day I caught myself buying the shit from the store. We're like, well, then nigga, you gonna do it. We have yet to do it. One of my besties, I'm not gonna throw her name out there, told me they tried that, and she like, nigga, no, because you waiting on him to snatch, and it's just painful. They don't know what they doing. They rough. They
go to the European Wax Center. They are trained professional estheticians, and I feel like they do a really amazing job.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm just saying, I'm old school. You know, if I have to, I'll clean up the edges. You know, just trim it every now and then. But so we got through our products. We know what got you started. How do you see this evolving? Because I've been noticing a lot of people are, because back in the day it was like taboo, you know, they didn't want herbalists, because everybody just go to Kaiser, right? Kaiser know what the fuck they talking about. They gonna fix you. They got a pill for it. But now I'm seeing people are seeing that that's a lot of bullshit, and that the the medical industry is big business. Prescriptions is big business. So they'd rather keep giving you a pill for it so you can keep coming back and then keep getting that money. Now, us as a people, I'm seeing that we are empowering ourselves with knowledge about just holistically helping ourselves. How do you see that evolve? Have you seen after a while? Because I know you get some people that are weary and they're skeptic. They don't believe. How do you flip them over? How do you?
Well, I hit them with facts and knowledge. I think that has been the big thing. I keep it real. First off, And a lot of women are like scared to be honest. And it's
Right.
just like my pH balance has been knocked off before.
Right.
But I know how to put it back on.
Right.
And that's important without going to the doctor,
Right.
without running and buying something.
Yeah, because everybody want to, my shit don't stink. Bitch, you do. Because I went to that stall after you at work the other day, and you could use a Yoni steam. I talk to people about it all the time, and they be skeptic. They be, I don't know, girl, what's that? Like feeling like we gonna boil
act
their
like they
insides.
Googled something, and you didn't find nothing on Google to tell you nothing was natural, was harmful to your vagina. People be like, oh, I heard too many bad things about it. It's like, damn, you heard bad things about Tyrone, you still fucked him though.
Right. Real talk.
So it's just like, that's crazy to me. It's just like, basically, are you clean or are you not?
See, people are afraid of what they don't know, right? And so that's why I like that you educate and you kind of give them the background of, hey, this is the reasons why. I know we've had conversation. You like, this girl was like, no, I heard this and I heard that. And then by the time you got done talking to them,
she was ready to book an appointment. Yeah, because it's just like, knowledge is everything.
Power.
Knowledge is power.
Right.
I don't mind reading and learning things that's gonna make me better. And I don't mind sharing either. And so it's just like, that's the big thing. This is something that has, like, in a sense, been kept secret because it is holistic and it is natural, and it does alleviate a lot of doctor's appointments and picking up several different types of prescriptions. Yeah. Because you can heal yourself naturally. Yeah. And
I'm a testimony because I go through a lot. So I had a block tube. I have been steaming with you. I have done the herbs. I done a lot of different things and drank different teas and stuff. And so my tubes have been blocked since I was literally 19 years old. So when I went to the doctor recently and I had an ultrasound and he looked, well, actually it's called an HSG. So the
dye test.
They put the dye. Exactly. They put dye inside of your
fallopian tubes.
Now, when I say it feel like a motherfucking dump trunk is smashing the bottom of my body, just rolling over my fucking stomach, it's the most painful shit ever. You would think just some little dye. What the fuck? Why does it hurt so bad? It is the most painful thing in the world. And when you have blockage, it's even more painful. So I went through that about 3 times. The third time I went, after doing and not educating myself, doing different things, steams, pearls, I went back to the doctor, and this, I swear to God, I went and he did another HSG. He did the HSG. He said, your tubes are clear. Your tubes are clear. And so I told him, I said, yeah, I know. I've been doing Yoni steaming and I've been taking pearls and herbs. And he said, oh, I don't believe it. It's just luck. And I'm like, damn, luck after 20 years will unblock a tube? Nigga, if I had known that 20 years ago, I had about 10 babies. What the fuck you talking about? So that's just to let you know, the Western medicine, they so want to be blinders or put their hands over their ears, and they don't want to hear it. He literally told me it was luck that my tube got unblocked, but I know what it was. You know what I'm saying?
It's not luck. They just want to say that because basically they're finding out. That's why the FDA is trying to ban holistic medicine and holistic remedies, because of the simple fact that this cuts out Western medicine. If you could heal yourself naturally, you don't have to go to the doctor, so you don't have to put money in their pockets.
That's correct.
You don't have to use over-the-counter prescriptions that cause effects of other things. You ever notice that when you go to the doctor for a bacterial infection, they have to give you medicine for a yeast infection because the antibiotics from the bacterial infection is going to cause you to have the yeast.
Right.
So go through all that.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you see these drugs on TV and they say, oh, we're going to fix your depression and anxiety, but now you're going to have diarrhea, cancer, your asshole going to fall out. Like, I'll take the depression, my nigga.
Or you know what killed me? Oh, we have a study. If you took this pill, it's probably a settlement. You could probably get some money.
Because they know
because of the side effects. It's always a side effect. There's no side effects to natural herbal holistic healing. It's you could grow all these herbs in your backyard. You could grow the herbs in your garden. You can dry them out and extract them yourself, and you can do it at home.
Also, speaking of growing them, and that what we find that you would think like right now, trying to be a vegan and trying to eat healthy. I went to Whole Foods the other day and fucking spent so much money that I probably never been to that motherfucker, but I spent so much money because to eat healthy, they charge you more. The great thing about this is you can get these herbs for a little bit of nothing. They're not as expensive as you think they would be. Like me going to go get some organic this and that.
Right. It just depends on basically your vendor, how you purchase your herbs. If you purchase them in bulk, because it can get a little pricey if you buy it, like a single herb.
Okay.
It just depends.
It depends. Okay.
It just depends on how you get your herbs prepared.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, because sometimes it's a little cheaper if you buy fresh herbs, but you have to dry them out yourself. So if they're already cured and they're already dried out, then they're going to be a little more expensive.
Got it. I didn't even know that. So, okay. So there's a difference in between those.
There's a difference in herbs. They're all flowers. They're all fresh plants, basically. You know what I mean? But it's just the way you cure the plants. Like if you buy some fresh roses and you dry them out so you can have like the dry rose look, opposed to that those dry roses, you can use that for your hair. It's like rose petals are so good. That's how you make rose water.
Yeah, I they say to drink it. A lady from Iran told me if I want to have a boy, drink rose water, but only get it from India or Iran. She said, don't get it from no other, because there's, say you go on Amazon and find tons of rose water. You got some from Liberian, you got all kind of, but she told me the Iran and the Indian rose water, because it keeps you, it's warm. When you drink it, it's a warm thing. When you put it on your face, it's cool. But she said when you drink it inside, it keeps your womb warm.
Yeah, it warms up your womb.
And I could manifest me a boy that way. Sorry, that's what I want, a boy. Because these girls, I don't want to be dealing with no damn Yannis. This the only Yanni I'm gonna be dealing with. Sorry, because
and the womb. Let's talk about the womb.
Go ahead.
Let's talk about how much trauma the womb holds. So steaming is also good, basically, for releasing trauma out of the womb, because a lot of times we have children that we bear through our womb. The trauma that our ancestors held and they're passed down, it's all in our womb. And we hold a lot of generational curses in our womb. We hold a lot of soul ties in our womb. And a lot of trauma that we go through in life is held in our womb. If you've been molested, if you've been raped, you hold that trauma in your womb. So it's important to steam so that you could release it.
And see, that's where it becomes kind of spiritual. That's why we use the word holistic, because you have to believe that, right? And that's why we have, and you have non-believers. That's why they're like, oh no, that's, but you have to believe that, yes, your body holds different traumas, and you have to find, if there have no way to go out.
And if you hold on to the trauma, it's like you carrying a burden in a sense. And then once you release the trauma, it's like you're reborn. It's a rebirth, and you grow.
Right. Definitely. Okay. So we got the benefits of the Yanni. We got the products. We got how you started, when and why. So tell us a little bit about your particular business, like what you offer and how much your steams are and how people can reach you.
So I'm on Instagram. A lot of people just contact me via Instagram. I have a booking site on my Instagram page. It's the_perfect_Yoni. You could DM me if you have any questions. I try to put a lot of just information, just healthy juices, things that you could eat, things that you could do, things that you could drink, just the benefits of different herbs, different type of blends.
And she's open, y'all. Don't be, like I said, the DM is available. It's no need to be, like I said, embarrassed about your situation. You either want to sit in that situation being embarrassed and being in denial and wondering why you can't keep a guy because you keep running them off with that fishy ass smell, or you can talk to somebody that like, hey, these are my issues. These are the things that I've been having. It's a no judgment zone, because like she just said, she's dealt with some different issues just by having a baby and having things go wrong. And that made her say, you know what, the doctors I keep coming back and forth here, they're not helping me out. Let me research and see what I can do to find out how I can fix this. And it's a beautiful thing, if you're consistent with it, and so
consistency is key. And I just noticed, I'm not even being funny, but I just noticed the different lifestyles that the women that come consistently have, just their relationships. And I feel like a man appreciates a woman that just takes a little extra care of her vagina.
Okay. Now, speaking of men, I know we try to, we talking about women, and I want all my audience to be, I want everybody. This is the open forum. But I've also heard that you've steamed some men before.
Yes, it's called a lingam steam, and men can get steams.
Yes, I'm booking Yogi from 12 to 2. Next week, he getting his asshole steamed. Get that colon cleanse.
But basically, a male steam, it helps prevent colon and prostate cancer. A lot of men suffer from colon and prostate cancer. When they get 40, they have to take a test and check and start to check it, because that's when it can become a problem. And if you steam, you can just help prevent it. It's preventative health. It's preventative
Now,
care.
I know they say the men not supposed to get in jacuzzi, so you can steam the balls and they're safe.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But it's a time period, just like with the jacuzzi.
Yeah.
It's because of the heat and the warmth. What it does is the veins that are in the penis, it causes them to shrink. And when you cause the veins to shrink, you cause
that PP to shrink.
That PP grows.
Oh.
So because the blood flows. So when the lingam gets hard, the blood flows.
I know, but if them veins ain't there and then blood ain't getting to them, it's puke.
No, it makes it flows better. The steam makes the blood flow better.
Yeah, the steam. Yeah.
So it makes it like if you boil a hot link, you see how a hot link is, and then when you boil it, it's thicker and it's heavier.
Yeah.
Same for the lingam. So it helps with erectile dysfunction, things like that. It makes you go longer. It helps with stamina. So if you're like a minute man, you're gonna last a little longer.
All right, y'all heard that, brothers. Don't be afraid. Go on and DM her. We won't tell your little secret. You can steam your little secret.
You can steam your gooch. You can steam your balls, your butthole. Everything is steamed all at the same time. So just like we have a gland in our vagina that just holds the odor of just the vagina, same for men. A man could go play basketball and his balls will sweat. If he's
sweaty balls.
If he steams, he won't have those issues.
Don't want no salty balls. No, that's real talk though, because men think because it's just a little hole, that motherfucker stink too. Let's be clear. Y'all can use a cleansing.
It's just the odor. So if a man steams and a woman steams, you know how amazing that sex is.
Steam, or I'm gonna stick a bottle brush down that motherfucker. So it's so crazy that we were talking about this. So you said at Perfect Yoni, give us a price, a go around of what you it would go for a steam.
The price going up.
Okay. Yesterday's price is not today's price. She don't want to quote. Y'all got to call her for that quote. It depends on how fucked up you are. No, I'm just playing. No, really. We're going to have to assess you.
The month of November is my 2-year anniversary that my business has been open. So I'm doing $30 steams all month. Just $30 this month.
Okay.
And then just normally, basically, I'm $1 an hour.
Okay.
And a little more. So basically, I'm $35 for 30 minutes. I'm $45 for 45 minutes. And I'm $60 for the hour.
4 hour. Okay.
But I will be going up to 35, 50, and 65.
Yeah, so y'all better get y'all steam in before the year end. That sound like a little November Black Friday / special. So y'all better jump on it, because like I said, yesterday's price ain't finna be today's price.
And I will be having a Black Friday sale on all my Yoni Care products. I'll have a gift package of soap. So if you like to get different Yoni soaps, or a body soap, or a face soap, just let me know. I'll be making those and posting those very soon. So when you tap into the Perfect Yoni, you'll be able to see my products and everything that I have to offer and my sales for Black Friday.
All right. So we have reached the point of no return. No, we are coming to Dani Cee's segment. And this segment is funny. We talking about natural things. So I decided to talk about something a little light this week. I feel like every segment I've had, not everyone, but most of them have been a little deep. You know what I mean? A little serious. We've been dealing with racial tension. We got deaths, police, politics. I don't feel like that today. But I thought of something that I thought was interesting, especially since we're talking about natural things today. All things natural, right? So I had read an article about in XXL about Little Baby having this conversation saying that BBLs is getting played out. And it's funny to me because, men eyes, we're visual people, right? We look at something, we have an idea of what we think it should look like, and then we're just fixated on it. And so then everybody jumped and got all these, because first of all y'all mamas, y'all all can't be shaped the fuck the same. So it seemed like BBL is getting played, like men are wanting to get back to that natural woman, which is great because not everybody has all this money for surgery. I mean, what do you feel about that? Because I know also, even though we're not talking about this topic, you're into fitness.
Right.
And so you can attest to, you start working out, start seeing your hips and your booty pop out. What do you feel about this BBL season that we in? Do you think it's going to be phasing out soon?
I mean, I don't think it's gonna phase out soon. I think it's something that's new and it just has to get adjusted. It's an aesthetic, and it's easy to come by. You could get a BBL on every corner now. They're giving them away. It's always a coupon. It's always an ad. It's always a new doctor.
And a coffin. Y'all motherfuckers going to them niggas on the corner. That's why y'all be looking crazy. You're getting some botched jobs. So don't go there everywhere. Do your research, ladies.
And even if it's botched, women don't care. So, you know how many women out here with legs look like arms? Yeah, and booty look like tables. So it's just.
So I mean, whose fault is that? Is it because the men are saying, like I said, I kind of was happy Lil Baby stood up and said that, because it's gonna probably take the men to say we don't like that no more. But now you guys spend all these thousands of dollars to have your body look this way. What happens when you turn 50, 60? Like, are you gonna continue?
We don't know what it's gonna look like. We haven't seen it that far.
Yeah,
and because I haven't seen it that far, I don't want to be the experiment. So I'd rather, me personally, I'm into natural health, natural healing, natural products. Naturally, my shape is okay. You know what I mean? So I can work it out and get it together, I believe. So that's why I just keep going. It's no sense in me laying on the table. Not like that, but I have a lot of guy friends and cousins, and that might not be their first choice all the time.
No, exactly. And that's why I'm telling you women, like, look, let's get back to embrace the natural. We talking about natural herbs. Let's embrace the natural body. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and open up the phone lines because I'm interested in seeing how y'all feel about that. Call in, whether you want to talk to Shante about the Perfect Yoni, you have some questions about steams or herbs, or have any question about something that is going on personally with you, or if you want to talk about this BBL topic, the Dani Cee segment, like, how do y'all feel about that? Women and men, anyone tap in. I mean, I'd like to hear from the men to see if a man that really don't think that looks good, like everybody doesn't think that's sexy. Some men want to see, like, what Kendrick Lamar song say, stretch marks. He want to see some natural, so call in. So the phone number is 747-888-0677. Again, that's 747-888-0677. Call in, talk to my girl Shante about that. Give us your spiel on the BBLs. Tell us what you feel about that, or like I said, any questions on how you can maybe book a session with her, consultation, ask some questions. We're opening up these phone lines. So give us a call, 888-0677. The area code is 747. And trust me, it's local. It just sound fucked up because we're in the valley. 747-888-0677. Give us a call if you want to just give a shout out. Say hello to Shante. Say hello to me. Say hello to PunchEnt, who was behind the scenes. Shout out to him for making sure that everything goes right. I know I make it look good, y'all, but it's a lot that goes behind this. You know what I'm saying? This man is bald and getting balder by the second every day fucking with me in this show. We try our best to try to put on this beautiful scenery for you. We want it to look live. We want it to be fresh. We want to have fresh topics, but to get those sound effects you hear and to get us on camera, you hear this mic, all of this stuff, it wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for Punch Entertainment. So I definitely want to do that. Looks like we got a caller.
Call from Tish.
Hey, Tish.
Hey.
How you doing? What's going on?
Good. Call me. Hey, Shante.
Hey, Tish. How are you?
Good.
So, Tish, what you feel about
these
BBLs?
Some feedback, but
turn down your whatever you listen to, your phone, or I don't know if you're on YouTube. Yeah. Turn it down a little bit.
Turn down
the volume.
Okay, it's turned down.
Okay. Do you still feel a little feedback?
But I'm still getting echo.
But I hear you well.
I do too.
I hear you better now for some reason on our end.
Okay, I'm gonna take the phone away from my ear, but I wanted to talk about the BBL.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can't do it. I'm gonna call in again because the feedback is too bad.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Tisha's gonna give us a call back about them BBLs. These BBLs killing y'all. And the thighs don't match. Y'all looking crazy out here, man. Y'all looking crazy in these streets. Y'all ain't gotta do that to your body. Shake what your mama gave you. And if it ain't nothing back there, squats or some shit. Shante, tell him what to do. Because she wasn't blessed. Like, if y'all don't know, this is my little baby sister, my one and only. So, you know, she ain't blessed like us. No, I'm just she is now, though. Just show him. Show him. No, I'm just turn around, let him see. Stick it out. Even white boys got to shout. Baby got back.
Send a voicemail. Press 2.
All right. Looks like our caller is back.
Okay, let me check it. Mic check, mic check.
Mic check.
Mic
Can
check,
you hear me?
1, 2.
It's terrible. Oh my God.
I don't know. Can you hear us now?
Okay, I think I can hear you clearly, but I'm like, okay. I'm gonna send my question on. I'm gonna send a question on Instagram.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, bye. Okay, so we're gonna wait for the question to come up on Instagram, and we're gonna address what Tish said. Hopefully, you guys aren't having and experiencing the same thing. Today has been damn crazy. So if you guys are having any technical difficulties or feedback on your end, just bear with us. I don't know. I can be straight before y'all get on live, and then now all of a sudden it just be crazy. But you know, technology is supposed to be all that in a bag of chips, but they can never replace us. That just shows they can never replace us. Y'all doing all this fancy shit, it still be some technical difficulties. But yeah, the BBLs, you know, I'm not knocking anybody because I actually have a friend that has an awesome BBL. And I was going to literally hit her up today and say, please be on my podcast, because there's people on TikTok that educate you about, if you're going to do this, how to pick the right size and body. Like, don't get too big of an ass. If you're this freaking skinny, you don't need your ass to be this big. Like, make it look real. Make it at least look natural. And there's something that they have called natural BBLs. It's a whole TikTok world of natural BBL girls, and then the other ones that you know goddamn well. You know damn well this didn't come. You didn't come like this. So I think I'm gonna have my production team take a look at what the question is. That's also another option. If you guys ever have a hard time with talking to me and hearing me, we will go ahead and read if we can, because what y'all don't understand is I'm way over here and all the other shit is way over there. So I can't really read it. It would have to be my production team letting me know what the question was. Team, do we have any feedback? Not yet. Okay. So, you know, anybody else want to call in and give us a chance? 747-888-0677. You got any questions for the Perfect Yoni? You got any questions about the steaming, the benefits of it? I mean, I think she pretty much covered it all. You know, I just think it's interesting because watching her actually go through the journey. And when we first got on the phone, sat and talked about it, because I know what was it? Love and Hip Hop all went to the Tycoon Spa, and everybody was like, "Ooh, Yanni steaming." So it became trendy. Y'all motherfuckers are such followers, but it became trendy. And so that's when a couple of people started doing it just because it looked cool. But because my sister was dealing with some real issues, she was like, man, I'm tired of these bad periods and stuff. Let's see what we could really do with this. And going deeper in, she kind of like found therapy for herself, you know, through this all. And I think that's amazing. If you can fix something on your own and not have to rely on Western medicine, trust me, I'm all for it, because definitely it costs a lot. Western medicine costs a lot. If you want to do things through them, it is not free. It's not free this way either, but at least it's something
affordable.
It's affordable, exactly.
And then it's helpful, and you just see so many different benefits. Just even to change your cycle. You might not have any issues, but you just might notice your cycle is just different from steaming, or you might notice it's shorter.
Mm-hmm.
I had a client tell me her cycle was 2 days, and she had a 4-day cycle prior.
All right, we got another caller calling in. Caller, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Who are we talking with?
Hey, ladies, it's Vanya.
Hi,
Hi,
Vanya.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
I just had a quick question for the Yoni Queen.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Hello.
Oh my gosh. I got another caller. And caller, who is this?
It's your cousin.
What's up, cousin? Chris, what's good? I'm glad a guy came in. Can you talk to me about some BBLs? What, you want a Yanni steam? What's happening? You know, one of them heifers need that shit cleaned up. What's happening?
Man, you know, I was kind of inquiring that, like, man, like a lot of women be saying they be wanting to get that.
What, a BBL or a Yanni steam?
One of them steams, man.
Man, it's the truth. You sleeping if you're not steaming on a regular.
Yeah.
For sure.
You heard all the benefits. The reason why they want to get a steam is because they know they got a lot of trauma, a lot of built up tissue, old cum.
Not even that. They just want to try it because it's something new too. Also, it's healing, it's natural, it's not all negative.
No, I ain't saying in a negative, but I mean it's trendy too.
Yes, it's also trendy.
Yeah, I'd rather do something because I know what it's about than doing it for a trend.
And then they know it has like a lot of natural health benefits.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get my little education on that so I can go ahead and school some of the ladies and go ahead and send them that way.
Okay, please. You know,
all you have to do is send a lady and then try it, and you'll be educated.
Most definitely.
There's nothing like experience.
Right, for sure.
Experience is the best education.
Go ahead and learn something in the process.
Definitely.
And you can steam as well.
We're gonna talk about that.
If the men be so reluctant, but we real discreet. We won't tell nobody. Just come down and she gonna take care of you. Because I'm gonna tell you, she told me about a client that she had, and he felt amazing, right?
He
came
felt
to tell
amazing.
You, like his bowels was better, like a lot. He was feeling lighter. He was feeling tough.
One of my clients had brought her boyfriend, and I guess they ended up breaking up. So I had run into him like on the street, and he's like, "Oh my God, you the Yoni lady!" Like, "Oh, I had told everybody about you. I told all my guys." He like, "Man, it's nothing wrong with men doing it." He like, "If you're a man and you don't want to be clean and fresh like that, then there's something wrong with you."
Okay, tell him.
And he was a young guy.
That's fine.
He was like 24. He like, "Man, this is for guys that just be up on their hygiene and on their fresh shit." I'm like, "Yeah, because everybody not, particular."
That's true.
Right. And you know me, cousin, I'm big on hygiene.
This is perfect for you, cousin. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. I already
know. I'm gonna have to go ahead and jump ship and see what it's I'm talking about. I'm all about great health, I'm saying, great wealth, great hygiene. I mean,
I've been watching you.
Platform.
I've definitely been seeing you, cousin, do your thing.
You go hand in hand. We're working out, just feeling good. You know what I mean? Just self-care. When you take care of yourself, when you feel good, you look good, you do good.
That's right.
So definitely, me, I'm trying to get my best of my working out in. I like to cook from home. I really eat out, and I try to make sure I'm spiritually, mentally, physically cleansed. So, steaming might be something I might have to just transition to add it to my little cycle.
Yes, definitely.
I hit the nail shop, the barber shop. I try to do all that.
Add it to your self-care. Add it to your self-care regimen. You're like the perfect man for something like this.
Most definitely, man. Well, to everybody listening, man, most definitely support it. Go steam, man. Get that cleanse y'all need. Support Black businesses and go ahead and get that added to y'all health resume, so y'all can keep everything clean and up to date. You know what I'm talking about?
Thank you. I appreciate that, cousin.
We love you.
We love you. Thank you.
Love you too, man. I love both y'all.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Sorry, Vanya, if you call back in, please, friend. I'm sorry. We had some technical difficulties. Calls coming in at the same time. We got to get this call waiting thing going down pat. But we love you, girl. I want to know what your question was. So Vanya, tap back in. I'm gonna give you a couple seconds because we're gonna be getting ready to wrap up the show pretty soon. We're gonna give it in about another 4 minutes. So if anybody else wants to give a call in, we're scrolling the number at the bottom of the screen. I know some of y'all need glasses and y'all just refuse to do it, walking around squinting and shit. Go get you some fucking glasses. But 747-888-0677. And the reason why I don't have my own, because I got on contacts. Boom. Don't ask me no fucking questions. I know I'm blind. Who's calling? Who? Caller.
Press 1. To send a voicemail, press.
Caller, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Hey, Vonnie Boo, thank you for calling back. Sorry for that technical difficulty. We didn't mean to hang up on you, baby.
No worries, y'all.
So what was your
I
question?
just want to know, like, if you could oversteam and how much is too much steam?
Oh, that's a very good question. So, you can't steam over an hour. You can oversteam because it's a cleanse. So initially, you don't want to over cleanse. Like I said, the balance of the bacteria in vagina. All vagina has good and bad bacteria. That's what keeps your pH balanced. But if you steam too much and you over cleanse it, then you can get rid of all the bad bacteria, and it could initially cause you to throw your pH balance off. Or it could cause you to just be more sensitive or more susceptible. So the longest you should steam is 60 minutes. No longer.
Well, I meant like
frequency.
Weekly. So like if I steam every day, is that too much?
Yes, you shouldn't have to steam daily, but if you could do it, you could do it weekly though. You know, you could steam once a week. Like you could steam frequent if you're trying to get pregnant.
Definitely don't steam on your period too. We need to make sure we know.
Oh,
so
yeah,
well, I don't have one of those. So
okay.
Must be nice, bitch. Oh, did I say that out loud? My bad. I thought that was my inside thought.
And even if you don't have a cycle, even if you have a hysterectomy, even if you're on birth control, but if you're on birth control, it's just the fact that your body is controlled by a hormone. So the herbs is not necessarily gonna change
that because
that
you're
much,
taking it.
Because depending, like your cycle, basically, because your cycle is controlled by the hormone of the birth control. But if you're just doing like a natural cleanse or refresh, then yeah, you will see a difference in steaming and mood.
Yeah, because that's another thing I was gonna say. I noticed, sometimes you have a bad day and you be like, "Girl, I came home and steamed. I felt so much better. I slept so well, so good." So it's almost like me. I've been going to an infrared sauna lately. It's like been the bee's knees, and I've been having no problems sleeping. My body's been detoxified. I don't have certain cravings like sugar and different things. So I think the same. I attested to almost the same thing with the Yoni steaming. Like you detox your body, you feel good, you relax. Just like me. Anybody
feel lighter. Every woman feels lighter. They could just feel the good vibe when they come in. They just feel like a better person. Your mood might have been off. You'll get like a jolt of energy in a good way, like as far as spirituality and positivity.
Yes.
But thank everyone for listening, and I appreciate you for having me. And thank you so much, and thank you for all the listeners.
Thank you for calling in, Vanya. We love you.
All right, y'all. Have a good night. Love you too, ladies.
You too.
Bye.
So yes, we are coming to the end of the show. This is the part where you see the title is Dani Cee's Love Life Lessons. Shante, leave us with something that about love, life, or lessons. Leave the people with something.
In life, you love, and love might not always work out the way you intended to, but never just be down or bitter. Just get the lesson.
All right. Okay. That was a nice little spin on it. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to Dani Cee's Love Life Lessons. I appreciate y'all. Next week is Thanksgiving, so might have a special little treat for you, but we won't have no in-home guests because I'm going to be throwing down in the kitchen. You dig? So after that, it'll be December 1st. We have the Pot Princess coming up, which is going to be great because I know y'all smoke a lot of weed. So thank you again for tuning in to Dani Cee's Love Life Lessons. Have a good night. What about the